The alpha female, the beta female, and the sigma female are the three basic categories of women in modern society. The alpha female is also known as the pack leader. Everyone looks up to and desires to be like her. The pretty and nice beta female. She is the one that doesn't distinguish, but instead blends into society. Then there is the sigma female, the lone wolf. She is the one who occasionally breaks social norms. She is reserved, enigmatic, and frequently misunderstood. She also happens to be the one that many others fear, because they are a unique ability. Sigma females don't cleanly fit into any single group. They are the women who live their lives according to their own rules and march to the beat of their own drums. Here is a set of 10 possible reasons why people fear Sigma females. Before we dive right in, make sure to like and subscribe because the YouTube algorithm promotes videos with more likes and subscribers. 1. They represent a threat to the present order. For Sigma females, the conventional alpha-beta dichotomy does not hold up. They have no desire to engage in any type of jealousy or struggle for social tyranny, while an alpha woman is thought of as the powerful, aggressive kind. This threatens the existing order and makes people feel uneasy. The signal woman is a quiet, clever individual who deviates from social conventions. Sigma women are rebels that don't follow the crowd and aren't scared to question the momentous status order. They don't act in such a defiant manner for no reason. They do it in order to learn the truth for themselves. They are the ones who challenge assumptions and raise difficult issues. People who are content with their ignorance may find this to be hazardous due to the fact that Sigma females aren't hesitant to challenge individuals in positions of authority. This will also upset the conventional power dynamic. They don't just blindly carry out commands which pose a threat to people in positions of authority. 2. They are experts at manipulation. Sigma females are excellent mind readers, which makes them excellent manipulators as well. They are skilled at manipulating others and getting what they want. While they don't use manipulation for evil purposes, they are pushed to do so when necessary. They are driven to manipulate when necessary, even though they don't do it intentionally. For instance, a Sigma female will typically be able to reason with an alpha male who is generating trouble without resorting to force. They are skilled at playing to the ego of the alpha, which is why they are conscious of the appropriate spoken signals for eliminating the protective backing. Sigmas excel at applying reverse psychology. This is because they are aware of people's motivations and thought processes. Some people would consider this to be manipulation, but it's just a skillful grasp of how people think. One of the reasons why Sigma females are successful is because of this. They are able to accomplish their goals without using force or violence. A signal lady will use her mental strength to achieve her goals, whereas the alpha lady may use her physical looks and strength to do so. They are often referred to as the psychological warrior for this reason. 3. Despite operating invisibly, they are constantly in charge. Sigma females like to work from the shadows, whereas alpha females are always in the spotlight. They normally operate behind the scenes that are the ones pulling the strings. Wen is often the brain behind the operation and usually the one who calls the shots. They don't hesitate to assume leadership roles, but they don't want the praise. Many may find this to be highly perplexing because they aren't used to seeing someone in authority who doesn't require attention. Since Sigma females aren't always in the foreground, they're sometimes mistaken for being lethargic. But make no mistake, the Sigma is still master at all times because they are the most aggressive and dominant. Alpha females assume the leadership post because they are the most calculating and clever. Sigma women are in charge. They are able to see details that others miss and make the most of this information. They can stay hidden and always be one step ahead of everyone else. Thanks to this, though, it's challenging. Sigma females are particularly skilled at taking the reins from outside the pack. People don't think about it, since they can't even imagine such a thing. This is how Sigma maintains power. When others are occupied with alpha leadership, they may influence others without attracting attention to themselves. This gives them great power, which is one of the things that makes humans so afraid of them, for they are always ready for anything. Females of the Sigma fraternity pay close attention to detail and are always well prepared. They were aware that anything might happen at any time. They plan for the worst while hoping for the best. Some people may mistake this for paranoia, but it's simply a sharp awareness of the outside environment. Sigma females constantly pay attention to their surroundings and anticipate their needs. They enjoy making plans and getting ready for everything. While some may mistakenly interpret this as pessimism, it is simply reality. Being prepared versus being pessimistic is a significant distinction. Pessimism is a bad attitude, but being prepared is good. While preparation will help you achieve, negativity will only hold you back. They are generally referred to as the best survivor because of this. They are capable of adapting to any circumstance, and they stand a decent chance of succeeding. Sigma women are busy making plans for the future, while others are busy worrying about it. One of the reasons they don't frequently be caught off guard is because of this 5. They don't look for approval from anyone, because people often go along with the wave. They frequently seek the favor of others. People who constantly seek approval may become unable to live their own lives. Females of the Sigma fraternity care about their reputation. They don't give a damn if they're loved or famous. Sigma females are completely accepting of the fact that alpha males should serve as the pack's leader. Though they follow their own path, they are incredibly terrifying for those around them, since they have little regard for what other people may think. Additionally, it contributes to their success. They are free to follow their own interests without being constrained by the views of others. When it comes to Sigma females, this is definitely true, because they are incredibly enigmatic and challenging to understand. People frequently fear what they don't understand. They may evoke a lot of fear. People are terrified of things they can't control, and it's clear that the Sigma female cannot be controlled. They are impossible to categorize, and it is impossible to forecast their behavior. They are unpredictable, which is both what makes them dangerous and what makes them fascinating. 6. They are free thinkers. They aren't hesitant to form their own opinions. Peer pressure and collaborative thinking do not affect Sigma females. They feel that he's thinking independently and acting contrary to the norm. For those who like to fit in and do what everyone else does, this may be a threat. Independent thought threatens the existing system because it gives space for fresh, original ideas to emerge. People are more prone to mindlessly obey people in positions of authority when they are terrified to think for themselves. This could result in a loss of creativity and stagnation. Although uniformity may seem cozy, it's not necessarily advantageous. Females push individuals to examine what doesn't make logic and to think for themselves. This makes room for novel viewpoints and ways of thinking. A herd mentality can be hazardous because it prevents individuals from being themselves. People turn into sheep that obey the leader without question. Without a doubt, due to people's loss of independent thought, this might have terrible results. They are less inclined to make rational conclusions because they are not exercising their own judgment. Sigma female serves as a timely reminder of the value of independent thought and challenging authority. 7. They are unpredictable. Sigmas has the most erratic personality type. They frequently act and are quite challenging to read. They constantly think outside the box, so no one anticipates this. They are excellent at masking their emotions because of their neutral facial expression. Knowing what people are thinking or feeling is extremely difficult. As a result, when someone wears a poker face, they frequently give the impression that they are frigid. Actually, disorders are highly emotional. They might not express their happiness even when they are. They simply have the ability to maintain composure under duress. Never know what a Sigma is going to do next. This is both a good and a bad thing. They may be challenging to comprehend, but that is also part of what makes them so fascinating. They frequently surprise you. They continue to do something unexpected, even when you believe you know them well. The unknown causes some people to fear the Sigma letter. They are unsure of what to anticipate from them. Their irrationality just heightens their mystique. 8. Don't hesitate to express their opinions, even if it's not what you want to hear. Sigma females are incredibly honest and will tell you precisely what they think. Others might attempt to appease everyone, which frequently puts them at odds with their superiors. Sigmas are completely unconcerned with what others may think. Even if it hurts, they would rather be sincere and tell you the truth. Although occasionally cruel, dishonesty is always welcome. We live in a world where many individuals are reluctant to express their opinions. Whether they are attempting to fit in or are terrified of losing their jobs, they would prefer not to express their ideas to anyone else. Being the one to stand up isn't always simple, but it's always worthwhile. Even if you might not become famous, doing this will always gain your respect. One of the characteristics that distinguishes Sigma women is this. Even if it means going against the majority, they are not scared to stand up for what they stand for. If you have watched up to this point, give yourself a thumbs up, because you are a real Sigma female. 9. They are frequently perceived as scary and inaccessible. Despite their best intentions, Sigma frequently comes across as scary and detached. This is due to the way they carry themselves and their body language. They frequently adopt a "don't mess with me" mentality. Although it could appear to be a drawback, this is actually a strength. Those who project confidence as well as authority frequently horrify others. Because of this, Sigmas are frequently revered even by those who disagree with them. They frequently refrain from becoming engaged in drama and conflict because of their illness. They don't intend to be difficult to approach, but they don't mind if people avoid them, and like to stick to themselves and avoid small chat. They think it is a waste of time and are not interested in useless chats. Rather than spending time with people they don't get along with, they would prefer to be alone themselves. They may come out as haughty or even reclusive, but this is simply how they want to spend their time. 10. They have no fear. Sigma females don't mind taking chances or putting themselves on the line. For those who like to play things safe or who are afraid of failing, this may be frightening. Sigmas may not be fearless, but they are not scared to confront it. They are not afraid to take chances because they understand that failure is a part of life. Might avoid possibilities out of fear of what might occur, but you're always prepared for anything. They have no fear of the future or of change. One of the things that help them progress so swiftly is their lack of fear. They constantly push themselves beyond what the normal individual would ever do. They frequently accomplish tasks that others deemed unattainable. Because of this, Sigma women dislike being limited or confined. They require a sense of freedom and liberation. They are most at risk from stagnation. To feel alive, they must always be moving forward. Sometimes it seems like this fixation with development is an addiction. They never feel satisfied until they've accomplished their objectives and are constantly seeking out the next challenge. A Sigma's journey through life never comes to an end. There is constantly new information to absorb and tasks to complete. The Sigma woman is generally feared since they are different from everyone else. For those accustomed to a more mediocre way of life, this may be scary. Know more about Sigma females by watching the pop-up videos on your screen.